In this video, we're going to take a look at polygons, and in this case, we're going to work backwards. Instead of taking the sides and solving for angles, we're going to find the number of sides based off of the angle information that we are given. So just to review, here are your formulas. You should have them in your notes. You should have them memorized before you take the quiz or test. Make sure that you have them down. They're not too hard. Remember our top two, n minus 2 times 180. Number of sides minus 2 times 180 gets me the sum. The exterior is 360, and we put both of them over n to solve for any regular one angles. And remember, these can only be used for regular polygons. They cannot be used for just any polygons. If we see the keyword regular and we're looking for one angle, that's kind of a tip-off. We're going to be down here. Otherwise, we have to stay at this top level. Now, let's take a look at a problem like this. Find the number of sides of a regular polygon if the exterior angle is 72. So, this is what we're going to do. We're going to take a look at this and see if we can reason our way to the solution. So normally what I do, my formula, notice my keywords, it's regular. I'm looking for an exterior angle, so I'm doing one angle, it's regular, it's exterior, so my formula is going to be 360 over n. Now normally I'd plug in an n value, a number of sides, and it would give me an answer, but what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to set this equal to, I have the answer, the exterior angle is 72 degrees, and then all I need to do is solve for n. So I'm going to multiply by n on both sides. So I have 360 is equal to 72n, and then I'm going to divide both sides by 72. Okay? And if I do 360 divided by 72, n is equal to 5. Okay, those would cancel out, n would equal 5. So, how many sides would it have? 5, and if it asked me what was the name of the polygon, I would say it is a pentagon. All right, so hopefully that's helpful. Now notice, I can actually plug the 72 in for n. Notice what ends up happening. N is equal to 360 over 72. Because of how simple this formula is and the way it works, you can actually plug 72 right in for n just for exterior angles. You cannot do that for interior angles, which we'll look at here in a second. So let's do another one here. If I'm looking for one exterior angle is 40 degrees, what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, okay, 360, and I could do the whole thing, but I know that I'm just going to do 360 divided by 4. That's going to get me 90. Or not 90, 360 divided by 40 is going to get me 9. There we go, sorry about that. And so which polygon has 9 sides? Well, that would be a nonagon. So notice how we did this. I've got the exterior sum divided by a single angle. It will tell me how many sides the polygon has. Kind of cool, right? Well, it gets a little more complicated. What if I want to solve for the number of sides if I have one interior angle of 135. Now, you might be tempted to try to plug 135 in for n, and it would look something like this. We'd say, okay, 135 minus 2 times 180, all over 135. Okay, and I can promise you, you will not get the right answer from that. It'll just be a hot mess, okay? So what we need to do instead is we need to think about what we're going to do. What are we doing? So the last time we set this up, n minus 2 times 180 all over n is equal to 135. So I could solve this for n. It would be a bit of a mess, but I could do it. I could say, okay, n minus 2 times 180 is equal to 135n because I multiply both sides by n. Right? Multiply both sides by n, and these cancel out. And then I could distribute. I get 180n minus 360 is equal to 135. And that looks like a 366. That's a 360 there. This is a lot. Plus 360 on both sides. So then I get 180n is equal to 495. And then I divide by... and then I divide by 180. Okay. Oh, wait, no, what am I doing? Hang on. I made a mistake here, didn't I? This is 135n, so I can't just subtract, sorry, I dropped the n somewhere, 180n minus 360. I knew this wasn't turning out right. Equals 135n. So like I said, this is kind of a mess. I mean, it's easy to make mistakes like I just did. Okay, I would add 360, subtract 135n on both sides, so I'd get 45n is equal to 360. Then I divide by 45, and I end up with n is equal to 360 divided by 45 is equal to 8. That's a really long way to find out that this thing has 8 sides. So let me teach you a faster way. What's easier to work with, interior angles or exterior angles? Well, take a look. Which one looks easier, this or this? Well, the exterior angles, right? Well, remember our polygons, let's just say this is a polygon of some sort, you know, I'm not going to finish it, but you get the idea. There's my polygon, it's, you know, something like that. And I've got this interior angle that's 135. How do I solve for my exterior angle? Well, I could just do 180 minus 135. I get 45. That's my exterior angle. And then I just do 360 divided by 45. Boom, done. Okay? That's going to be the much easier way to solve these problems. You can also try a guess and check method where you just keep plugging problems in. You know, plug in 7, plug in 8, plug in 9, and just keep trying it until you get lucky or you know, work your way back and forth. But guys, this is just so much easier. Subtract from 180, you get your exterior angle. This exterior angle here is 45. Then do 360 divided by 45, just like we would do for any other exterior angle problem. So let me show you on this next one. We'll do the really fast, simple way. The interior angle is 150. So what am I going to do? I'm going to find the exterior angle. My exterior angle is 30 degrees. All I'm going to do is 360 divided by 30. What's my final answer? I end up with n is equal to 12. Done. Okay? That's all you got to do. Oh, sorry about that. Subtract from 180, divide 360 by that number. 12 sides, that would be a dodecagon. So hopefully that's helpful. I know it's a little bit of a tricky set of questions, but this is the way that I would recommend doing it, is always solving for the exterior angle and then going from there. If you already have the exterior angle, you don't need to solve for anything, just do your 360 divided by the angle. Hopefully this is helpful. This wraps up our lesson on solving for number of sides given angle measures.